first up, right now, President Biden is scheduled to be beginning a call with President Xi of China. The topic, or at least one of the big topics, Russia's invasion of Ukraine. The Biden administration concerned that China may be moving closer to supporting Russia in the conflict. That's something that Secretary of State Antony Blinken has talked about. And he said that if so, that the U.S. will not hesitate to impose some sort of consequences on China, he said, if China takes actions to support Russia's aggression. So that will be a topic of the call today. We don't know how long the call will last. We don't know exactly what will come out of it. We will be watching it for headlines. But it is the first call between the two leaders since a video chat on November 15th. And this call was arranged by the White House National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan, as well as a member of the Politburo part of the Communist Party, Yang Jiechi. The two met in Rome on Monday for a 7-hour meeting. So presumably that was constructive enough that they were then able to schedule this call. Meanwhile, we continue to see Russian shelling in Ukraine, particularly of civilian areas, and a Ukrainian city called Lviv, which has come under attack after being a relative refuge for civilians. That is in western Ukraine. If you take a look at the futures on an intraday basis, we continue to see some volatility there as people are watching the headlines. And the background as well, Brian Sazi, for President Xi is that the Shanghai Composite and the Hang Seng have both fallen in recent days, recent months. And so that suggests that he is perhaps under more pressure. So that's something also that we're considering as we watch all of this, Saz.
Yeah, we've been saying it all week, Julie. It is amazing to see what the market has done this week. It has had an upside bias all week, despite Fed rate hikes, despite the ongoing situation versus Russia and Ukraine. And now you have Wall Street, I would say, coming out, maybe perhaps trying to pick a little bit of a bottom. Looking at a note right now from J.P. Morgan's Marko Kolonovich, saying the commodity super cycle will persist, but the correction in bubble sectors is now likely finished. And of course, I think he's pointing to, Julie, that pullback in software names, that pullback in tech. So perhaps a JP Morgan coming out here and saying, you know what, despite all the risks that are out there, buying opportunities might be finally emerging.
Well, it looks like people have already been following that advice, right, this week, if you look at the action.